Well,
hello,
Amanda.
It's Patreon time, Thursday night. All right.
Yeah,
Oh, we got a good one.
I mean, I've been excited because all I saw was what you showed on your birthday show and video of the year. I would agree with you so far.
Well, let's see. This is Natural Healing Crusade. And, we talked about doing Dr. Sternholm. We talked about doing close proximity pyrotechnics. But then I saw some people on YouTube, on the comments there, were calling for this. So
Yeah,
give the people what they want.
exactly.
This is Natural Healing Crusade, Volume 3, Elimination, the First Step. So the first step is in Volume 3. That was one observation that Bob had when he sent it to me. So let's see. He said
I guess it's just kind of warming up. The first two volumes are all just warming up to take the first step.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, this is like part of a 8-part series, and Bob got all of them. This is part 3. Here are all the other ones, and Bob sent all these notes along with it too. But it's mostly references to the video, like poop was bubbling up from the ground, and opening warning is one of a kind. Yeah, it's really good. Let's just jump into it.
Okay.
I figured we'd watch the first 20 minutes and the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
When Lover comes up.
Yeah, I definitely want to see.
You remember the Lover thing?
Yeah, he calls his child. He calls his son Lover.
Yeah, he says hi, Lover, which is probably, I don't know, it's probably just some dumb name that he calls his kid. But yeah. I might change over from well, hello, Melinda to hello, Lover at the beginning of shows.
It's not bad. I try it out. Workshop it.
We'll see. All right, yeah. Here it is. The first step, which is Volume 3 of Elimination. And Bob is right. There's a great warning up top. He clearly got in trouble.
Yeah, he's very defensive.
He's a doctor of herbology, or he has a herbology pharmacy. Yeah.
That's not a real
thing.
No.
Therefore, we are forced to warn you that the following healing information for educational purposes only. Dr. Schulze. This could save your life because it saved his life and the lives of thousands of his patients. It saved his ponytail's life too. But others fear that natural healing is dangerous and you might hurt yourself. Oh no!
Lots of money.
I never thought I'd miss an FBI warning before, but
Yeah, you don't see them they don't make them like this anymore.
No. So yeah, this is like an infomercial all about shitting. Listen to this. There's some good dialogue here.
But you've already bought the tapes, so what is...
Yeah. Well, you can buy the pills now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The following video footage
Herbal
was captured
pills.
live at a rare Dr. Schulze public appearance. Dr. Schulze was told that without open-heart surgery, he would be dead by age 20. Instead, he healed himself of his life-threatening heart deformity.
They're saying he healed himself. He found out that he had a life-threatening heart problem, and then he healed himself.
Yeah, it's like every cult leader.
Through shitting.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And of other incurable injuries. He then made it his life's work to help others have healing miracles too. Over 50,000 people worldwide have followed Dr. Schulze's natural healing programs.
50,000 gullible
Many have
people
healed themselves
worldwide.
of so-called killer and incurable diseases.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Look at him here.
Killer and incurable diseases. Because his patients dared to heal themselves of cancer, AIDS, diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and other
diabetes, and there's a lot here.
Yeah.
Killer and incurable diseases. Because his patients dared to heal themselves of cancer, AIDS, diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and other diseases that medicine declares incurable.
This is a bold claim, Dr. Schulze.
I wish
and he now lives
Vince
in
Randy
hiding.
was still alive to debunk this guy.
He just said that he was in hiding. Listen.
Alzheimer's and other diseases that medicine declares incurable. His clinic was forced to close, and he now lives in hiding. Dr. Schulze is a very dangerous man to doctors and drug companies, but to you, he just might save your life.
You see through a book out to the audience there at the end?
Might save your life.
Okay, time has come. I can hardly wait. Got through this morning. Now we get to talk about my favorite subject.
Also, he takes so many inopportune sips throughout this entire
really?
thing. I almost got together that into the montage. All of his sips. He takes so
Toilet's
many
backed
sips.
up yet?
It's kind of like looking for a city, that guy.
Yeah.
Takes a sip mid note.
Like Marco. Remember Marco Rubio? Remember when
Yeah.
Marco Rubio took like an inopportune sip while he was. Listen.
The toilet's backed up yet?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. We're going to get through 5 minutes of this.
The toilet's backed up yet?
You can't step on it. Step on this.
The toilet's backed up yet? Yeah! I love to hear that. I love to hear that. You know, when we first came to the Holiday Inn, Sally and I thought, well, maybe we can get, there's
Who's
other
Sally?
groups, New Age groups here that
explain.
hold events and radical people, and we thought, well, they must bring their own food in. We can all get together, and it'll be an
Why is he in
easier
a
job
forest?
on us. And he goes, no, they all eat down in the restaurant. And we're going to talk about this when we.
Do you understand that story?
I think it's just that if they're truly committed to their health, the other New Age groups and radical groups, they wouldn't be eating at the crummy Holiday Inn restaurant.
Oh, okay.
They'd bring in
about
their own
putting
catering like
programs
he did.
together.
Okay, he's starting off the show with this anecdote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's volume
Okay.
3.
How you have to put programs
Oh,
together.
yeah.
And then I said, well, other groups, this many people up here in the penthouse, because we like to rent the whole top floor so we don't have to see anybody eating a hamburger or smoking a cigar. And I said, other groups must have plugged the toilets. And he said, never. We've never had a problem with the bathroom. And we said, well, we're going to need a full-time person out there with a plunger following our people in. They do think we're a pretty weird group. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this does prove that toilets weren't designed for people who are healthy. You know that we have overloaded septic systems. We'd like to have this event in a nice organic farm, but every time we've done it, we've overloaded their septic systems, totally blown it out. Poop was bubbling out of the ground.
Congrats.
He also always clears his throat too.
He does. He's
It's always a and he
Baba
always,
Booey.
maybe he's sick. Maybe he's sick.
drinking a
Because
lot
he's
of
always
water.
taking sips.
Bottom
Yeah.
line is even septic systems, you know, when they're engineered and designed, who are they designed for? The average American. So if you get 200 average American in a room for one day, you're going to have what? 1 or 2 poops? Okay? For the whole group. We're very different. And so this is something I've seen all my life. And so this afternoon, we're going to start at the beginning. Why here? You know, when I first started studying natural healing and went and trained with Pavel Rorol, he talked a lot about pooping, and Dr. Christopher talked a lot about pooping. And then I trained with Bernard Jensen, and he not only talked about it, I had to sit through hours of full-color pictures of him holding fecal matter. Like, look at what I got out of these people. And I thought, oh my God, does everybody in natural healing have a poop fetish or something?
See, I think that's the truest thing that he says in this entire
Yeah.
like 90-minute program, 40 like 100-minute program. I think he does have a poop fetish. I think he's like way into it.
And why?
Right.
And I, you know, when I trained with him, at one of the months it was August, it was like 98 degrees. And
Who does he look like to you? Rush Limbaugh?
Yeah, Rob Reiner maybe a little bit.
Oh yeah, a little Rob Reiner.
in
a
his
little
clinic, and
Rush
it was
Limbaugh.
hot in the room, and no fan, and more poop, and more poop, and more poop.
Now I'm putting you through that.
But I learned the power of cleansing out the bowel and how it has to start with elimination. I teach all over the world,
He doesn't look like
and students of
in great shape. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't look like he's
No.
in great shape.
I did a Google search for him, and he looks way better now. Actually, he's way thinner, and yeah. But yeah, it looks like he could use a little elimination.
natural healing are always saying to me, where do you begin, Dr. Schulze? where do you begin with leukemia? Where do you begin with Parkinson's disease? Where do you begin with lateral sclerosis? Where do you begin with arthritis? Where do you begin with heart disease and cancer and AIDS?
See a doctor?
Whenever he does examples like that, he just rattles off so many examples to show how smart he is. Like he always like wants to show how smart he is.
The answer's all the same. There's the first step, and it can never be missed. And the first step is cleaning the poisons out of your body, opening up the elimination channels, the bowel, the liver, the kidneys, the skin, the lungs. You've got to get it out. Before you can do anything, you have to get it out. Many people would like to think they could just take something in and be well. You can't take it in yet. You first have to get it out. You know, I've met thousands of people around the world that have come to me and said, well, Dr. Schulze, I tried that carrot juice, but after 6 hours, I had headaches. I was feeling horrible. I said, did you cleanse your bowels first? Well, no. How do you expect to do any cleansing or detoxification? Because that's all about taking things into your body to get out of your fat cells and your muscle tissue and your blood poisons and get them out of your body. But if your elimination channels aren't working, you're just going to unleash all those poisons within you and you're going to feel horrible.
What do you think about the ponytail with balding? You think it works?
No, I don't. I don't think it works.
No?
Nope.
Okay. What would you do?
It accentuates the negative, basically.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Yeah.
If I had like male pattern baldness like that guy?
Yeah. Would you just shave off the head? Would you shave off your head? Okay.
Yeah.
First step that can never be skipped. This is foundation. We're going to talk a lot about foundational programs. These are for everybody. The first foundational program is cleaning out the intestines, cleaning out the bowel. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of my bowel history.
Great. We paid for this?
It starts with my dad.
Huh?
We paid for this? As people in the audience are thinking, and our patrons are thinking right now.
Oh, I get to hear about your bowel history. Nick, when we're done here, let's talk about our bowel history.
Every Sunday, my dad used to go in the bathroom to have his bowel movement. And he took the Sunday paper with him, and he'd be in there sometimes 3 hours reading that Sunday paper, and sometimes I'd hear a little, and that Sunday paper would be in there, and then he'd finally come out, and I'd go in for my bowel movement. Something about my dad having a bowel movement stimulated my peristalsis. And I would go in, and it was like a green cloud, you know, a toxic waste dump in there. When you go once a week, it isn't very pretty.
His dad would go once a week? Like that, he would just revealed that. There's no way. And his dad was in there for 3 hours?
Cannot be right.
No.
This is probably the only time he noticed. You know, his dad probably went at work or something.
Yeah.
And then I would
of course, green cloud smells.
Yeah.
My bowel movement, I remember sometimes it wouldn't come out. And when it did, it was kind of like, it was like, talk about an asteroid. It was like a black, hard ball, like granite. It used to come out so hard and fast, I thought it was going to chip the porcelain on the toilet.
This guy's killing.
And I'd be just thrilled it came out because I used to have stomach aches.
Another balding ponytail guy.
And talk about a sinker. This sucker was going down. I never saw anything float. I never saw anything dissolve or decompose. And that to me...
He's really sparing no details at all.
Right out of the gate.
Like, he's going for it.
It's his bowel history.
Swinging for the fences.
Was pooping as a kid. And that's what I remember. And when I got into school, it wasn't much better. But I did have to go. In the school I went to, it was very simple. 1 finger to pee, 2 to poop. And you had to raise your hand and ask the teacher to go to the bathroom.
Interesting. Okay.
And
is that real? Because is that where number 2 comes from? And you have to raise your hand and say I'm going number 2?
I didn't know that you had to raise your hand and tell them what you were going, but I think they just made more polite, discreet words of saying poop and pee. It was 1 and 2.
But I've never known this about schools, though. Schools saying you have to raise your hand for number 1, raise 2 fingers for number 2.
I've never heard that either. No, that must have just been. Yeah. Well, that's why he's telling you his interesting bowel history.
Well, we did learn something here.
I learned the first hour, don't raise 2 fingers. You raise 1, that's fine. But if you have to poop, you still raise 1. That was the underlying rule I didn't know about, because I raised 2, and I saw everybody go, he's got a poop. And I learned that you cannot be cool and poop.
You cannot be cool and poop. Look at that poor kid.
Oh
He's
no.
there with his parents.
Yep.
And look at his dad's a Fred Armisen character.
Yep. Had to wear name tags.
The kid should be out like smoking dope and like.
But if there are
right?
8,
Shouldn't he be
if
out
there are
smoking
8
cigarettes?
tapes made from one seminar, they probably looked forward to the pooping seminar, right?
Probably,
pooping part?
yeah, because he gives out samples too that they can drink, and I think that's why he was saying like, oh, we're gonna fill up the toilets because you guys all have to go here.
Uh-huh.
How much would you ever go to the seminar?
Absolutely not. No.
I have both of those. So I learned to lie. My first lie is I just got to pee, honest. I got to pee.
This is not that interesting of a story.
No, nothing is
about how he had.
Our bathroom was like a door right off the classroom. So then I realized the second rule of survival socially in school, don't have any noises happen in there. Because the first time I went in there was a noise, and when I had that noise, I could hear laughter out into the classroom, just like this laughter. And I could hear the teacher couldn't even talk, and I thought, oh God, they're laughing at me. So I learned how to flush the toilet 15 times so no one would ever hear. We've done that, haven't we? Flush it so no one would hear me going to the bathroom. And I learned survival in school was really about never pooping. In fact, I got to where I could hold it to where I would just go home and poop there. And I was so constipated, I remember once I pooped in my pants in school and I just left it in all day. It was so hard, it wasn't going to do anything. It wasn't going to go anywhere.
Is he trying to get laughs for these? And people are laughing, but
I mean,
is he out for laughs?
I certainly in some cases, but I don't know if this particular story was supposed to elicit laughter. But you and your brothers have a lot of pooping issues. So I wonder if you could share this with them. You should do like a watch party.
Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah. What poop issues do we have that you know of?
Well, I know that you have, first of all, you're mortified of getting caught having gone number 2 in public. You don't want an attractive woman
I don't
to
like
walk in.
somebody to walk in. I don't want an attractive woman to walk into the bathroom after I had just gone number 2. I do not like unisex bathrooms at all. If it's a dude coming in, I still care, but not as much.
And then you also have your technique of pre-ripping your paper and putting it on your knees so that you can wipe quickly so that waitresses and bartenders won't think you were gone for a long time and have pooped in one of those public places.
Exactly. So I can take a number 2 in the time that it takes to go a number 1. And I'll share that secret after we finish.
And I know that
Elimination.
Alex too, your youngest brother, takes. I mean, he's like a Schulze's dad. I mean, he could take 3 hours. He needs a lot of time, and needs to be uninterrupted time. No one can be around, and it's like, I don't know. It seems like it has to be perfect circumstances for him to be able to go. I don't know about Andy's.
It's opposite of me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, let's give him a call afterwards.
Okay.
It was just there. I know. Some of you can relate to that.
Good reaction shots.
A big part of healing my heart was getting my bowel to work. And boy, did I feel a difference when I started having regular bowel movements. In fact, it reminded me of in school a couple times when I was really like, I can wait 3 more hours. I'm going to go home. I'm not pooping here. I remember then my heart hurting, and I remember going to the nurse's office when they first diagnosed me with a heart murmur when I was real young, was when I was holding all this poison in my body. Now, when you get older,
really think
as
that
we get
turds
to
are
be
related to
adults,
heart
it doesn't
murmurs?
get much better, does it?
I don't know. I'm no doctor.
I know. Look at, Los Angeles. I travel around Los Angeles. I was in the bank, and I said, I got to go. I'd like to use the bathroom, please. And the teller...
Nick, are you following the story? He was in a bank, and he had to take a dump.
Yep, got it. Got it so far.
Said, I'm sorry, for security reasons, the bathroom's only for employees. And I said, you don't understand. I mean, the sweat's starting to bead up on my forehead. I said, I gotta go. And she goes, I'm sorry, there's no way you can use the bathroom in the bank. She goes, try next door. So I carefully walked next door, and it's a thrift shop. And I said, I'd like to use the bathroom. They said, our bathroom's out of order. Try the restaurant next door. I get next door, and it's a cheeseburger joint. And I said, I got to use the bathroom. And I thought, and then they said to me, you can't use the bathroom unless you buy something to eat here. And I thought, if I buy something to eat here, I won't have to use the bathroom. And that's how bad it is in a city, isn't it? And then when you find a bathroom, it looks like, you know, heroin addicts use it. There's toilet paper all over the floor. That it's usually full of crap that didn't flush. It's filthy. I mean, what is this telling us about our bowel habits? We have rewarded ourselves by this with the highest incidence of colon rectal cancer of the world. Yeah! We got it now. Yeah. We won.
I wonder if anybody fell for his sarcastic applause there.
Oh.
I wonder if people are like, there's sarcastic applause. I bet some did.
Some did. Maybe
we
the
won.
kid.
We won in the world.
Yeah.
With the highest
Lover?
incidence of rotting
No,
guts
not that kid.
of the whole world. You know, I was over in Paris, France, and they have a nice bathroom on almost.
All right, that's about the first 10 minutes. Do you want to watch the last 10 minutes here?
Yeah, let's watch that because we got a hard out.
It's like kind of like right when Lover shows up.
Okay.
Here's where Lover shows up. Do you want to
Great.
see this?
Absolutely.
Okay. I love her.
That's me at that conference.
It's the perfect exchange. Yeah. Okay, hold on. He's actually telling a great story here.
I mean, it's not. I will say, everyone has kind of a shitting story or a story of shitting their pants. Starting a seminar off with one of those, not a bad tack. He's just not a very good storyteller, but I like where he's going.
No, he rambles, and it's really quantity over quality with him. Like this could have probably been a 25-minute seminar.
Right.
It didn't have to be this long.
Called on a Monday, and the kid was going to go in for a colostomy surgery, removal of the entire bowel on Thursday. People give me a lot of time to work. No one ever called, let's call Dr. Schulze the crazy weed doctor first. You know, people will do everything else first, but they were desperate now. They were set up for surgery. So she said, can you help? And I said, you get over here. And I mixed.
So her kid had to have his bowels removed, and then at the last second she called him.
Right.
So, and this
Up some of my herbal explosive. She gave it to her son. She called me back the next morning, and she said a bowel movement came out of him as long as from her fingertips to her elbow, as big around as her forearm. She said that once it was in the toilet, they couldn't flush it down. Her husband had to get a shovel out of the garage and chop it up to get it down the toilet. This is constipation. That kid now is almost 40, I think, and has his bowel. Okay, isn't this amazing? I mean, it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to see how
snake oil.
Yep.
It's wonderful, wonderful snake oil.
All he does is tell stories about how he helped people. Like that's
right.
85% of this is him telling stories about how he helped people.
To clean out someone's bowel. And once you evacuate the bowels with an enema, then you want to immediately start doing a high enema. Hey, lover. Oh, I love you.
So, but that wasn't my edit. I think that was their edit. Just like he says high enema, and then he has this weird smile, and then there's these people who are.
He sees that his kid is coming down the aisle.
Right. But it's just a weird. Let's watch it again.
Okay.
High enema.
Okay.
With an enema, then you want to immediately start doing a high enema. Hey, lover.
Hey, love her.
Oh, I love you. Hey.
Yeah.
Clapping. Can we clap?
Do you think this is? Do you think this is planned?
No.
Do you think he has?
I think he has the Everybody Poops book,
Well, just watch. They read from it, and
Okay.
I feel like it was planned. I think that
Okay.
he cues Lover at some point to come out
Got
because
it.
it gets laughs. Watch.
So, who am I today?
Are you Dr. Daddy?
Dr. Daddy.
Not a
That's
real
me.
doctor.
And who are you today?
Hello.
Arthur Schulze. But are you Dr. Arthur Schulze today?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you brought one of your favorite books here. Can we read it for everyone?
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. See? Look, there's Missy over here.
Yeah. This book is Arthur's favorite. It's called Everyone Poops.
You think that kid has some issues? Just like if a dad's way too much into pooping, doesn't that affect you as a kid?
He's
I
got to
don't
be
know.
in
I'm no
therapy now.
psychologist.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They're all laughing.
They're all laughing.
An elephant makes a big poop. Whoa. And a mouse makes a teeny, teeny poop. A one-hump camel makes a one-hump poop. A two-hump camel makes a two-hump poop. Only kidding.
Paid
Fish
$1,500
poop.
for
You
this?
see the little poop coming out? And so do birds, look, while they're flying, and bugs too. Different animals make different kinds of poop, different shapes, different colors, and even different smells. Which end is the snake's behind?
Yeah.
I haven't figured that one out yet. What does whale poop look like? Some stop to poop, and others do it on the move.
He's gonna read the whole book.
Yeah, I guess
Some
so.
poop here and there and everywhere. Look at that. What's that?
A rabbit.
A rabbit.
I think he's having a
Others
tough
do it
time
in a-
holding him and turning a page.
He does seem like he's struggling a little bit. He's always like lifting.
Special place. See, there's poo-poo in the diaper.
Well,
And grown-ups poop. Children poop too. Well, some children poop on the potty. Others poop in their diapers. Some animals poop and pay no attention. Others clean up after themselves. These poop by the water. This one does it in the water. He wipes himself with paper, then flushes it down. All living things eat, so,
this is me.
yeah, everyone poops.
I love it.
Can you clap?
Let's hear it for Lover, everybody.
Here's your poo-poo book. So what do you think of this? I know.
One day you'll have a
intense,
ponytail like me.
Mommy.
Where'd Mommy go? Oh, Mommy's in the back.
People are like, "Why are you wasting my time with this?" Like,
Mommy's in the back, embarrassed as hell right now.
Want to go back and see Mommy? Thank you very much, Dr. Arthur Schulze, for bringing the poo-poo book in and sharing it with everyone. We love you.
Yeah.
just. Oh, here comes the photo.
I see Mommy.
Other people
And
are
he's
in the
got his
room.
Amer-
You can't do your baby talk here.
Wait, it's not over yet.
American
We're not
potato-
out of the we're not out of the woods
Oh
yet.
boy.
Pharmacy t-shirt on.
Wait, he talks about the t-shirt that he had.
And he's got his American Botanical Pharmacy t-shirt on. That means that since he's not inoculated and I can't deduct him on my income tax, I can still write him off because he's got the t-shirt on.
Oh, another drink.
Yep.
What's that, Arthur? Yes, you got your t-shirt on. Yeah, I love you. Now, come on, you're upstaging your dad now. You're going to have to wait a few years. I love you.
Love you.
Okay, your time's up. I'm back. Thank you for saving me. I needed it. Ah, I love being a dad.
And he takes a
Hopefully
sip.
Okay.
All right, maybe we just watch the testimonial at the end,
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
and when Mac comes up, and then
Come on up, man. This is Mac. Mac Sewell from Volunteer, California. LA. Mac had a healing experience, and I'd just love you to tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so everyone is doing the program, which is fine, but I found out that it's not an individual thing. I mean, it is an individual part because some take more and some take less. It's like any other thing. We're all individuals. And the part that
You mean you strayed from my specific directions of my formula? What were you doing, listening to your inner voice?
listening?
Get him out here!
I was listening, yeah, I was listening to, that's correct. I was listening to my inner voice because after going through the program, I didn't feel that I had a complete bowel movement. So I continued on and kept going on until after the end result was actually, I don't know how many feet this is.
Well, a bathtub is about 5 feet long. And
It's
it,
longer. That's actually not
Well, do the
true.
math.
yes, and then you have about only 2 or 3 inches on each side. And this,
It's about,
There's no way anybody can see that.
No.
He's holding it up at the front.
I don't want you taking this picture with me. I mean, this guy. No. This is his diploma. I'll give you a political handshake, hey buddy.
I bet Mac is always like, he makes that joke every single time he
Yep.
brings me up.
Yep.
So, you know, and it's curved, so we're looking at 5 feet, maybe more.
yeah, the end result was that I had actually lost around the waist from 40 inches down to 34. And the pounds was about 27 pounds.
And what was
This
it?
and those- yeah, because
Listen to Dr. Schulze here. Like, I feel like he's kind of getting off on it because he
Okay.
asks him how it felt.
it was all fecal matter. I was expecting.
What was it?
See, he made a joke that killed, and I don't think Dr. Schulze likes that.
No,
he
he's
made
getting up-
it
yeah.
that killed. Yeah,
Getting
he's just like, oh,
upstaged.
yeah.
And what was
This
it?
and those- yeah, because it was all fecal matter. I was expecting.
What was it? What was it like passing it?
Oh, at first it just shocked me. I thought it was my intestines that were coming out. It looked exactly like my intestines, and I didn't know what to do. Then all of a sudden I could feel it snaking.
I think my first question would have been, why did you go in the bathtub?
Yeah. Like, did he have to move
you-
while taking it so it wouldn't curl
Why
up?
did you hover? Did he take it out of the toilet, line it up? These fucking people are weird.
Coming
Yeah.
down because I was doing the massage
Yeah.
as I took the
massaging.
colonic.
And it kept
oil,
coming.
And it kept coming, and
And
it
coming.
kept coming, and it kept coming, until at the end result, I felt a big relief. It's like, yeah, it's like a 50-pound weight that you're just holding on to, and then you finally put it down, and it was just relaxing. I really felt like.
He's getting more laughs than Dr.
I
Schulze
know.
is.
Schulze has to be
That's wow.
pissed.
Really. I used to go jogging, but I had to stop that because I was just too much overweight and too much here. So now I've gotten down to a 34, and I feel great.
What did you actually do? What was your program?
All the programs, the whole program, Dr. Schultz program. Doing that, but I had to do more because
I'm broke now, but
still
I
didn't
did the
feel
program.
Satisfied, or I had a complete bowel movement, so I continued on.
Because some people
Yeah.
take a bottle of Formula One and a bottle of Formula
yeah.
Two, and they go, well, I must be clean.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and you have to listen to that inner voice.
Just to go through the program period in what the part that everyone can do and get a good result from it. So that's,
Awesome,
that's it.
man. Awesome.
Awesome,
And how do you
man.
feel?
And I want to
now?
thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll hug you now.
I'll hug you now.
Thanks, man. What a great story. Congratulations.
Yeah,
I know. A new life, man.
Yeah.
And thanks for your help here.
all right.
I really appreciate it. Let's give him a little,
There's somebody asked a question at the end.
Yeah. What kind of
appreciate it. Let's give him a little appreciation for sharing that story.
That's how the video ends, and then this comes up. So you know what? We can, if people really want, we can watch more of it. But I feel like you got to see Lover, you got to see the testimonial,
Yeah.
you got to hear some stories about his
I
pooping.
enjoyed seeing it in like the non-compressed form, just because I was wondering if it was all that insane, and it pretty much is.
Yeah, no, but there's just so many good standalone lines. Next week on VCR Party, I'm gonna play another cutting room floor stuff,
Oh,
like stuff
okay.
that didn't make the cut, and I was looking at it today. I was like, that's all good stuff.
Yeah.
That should go in the cut.
Can
So
milk
I
this
kind
for
of
a long time.
well, I kind of want to crowdsource this montage, and just
Okay.
like what do people not crowdsource, but like get more input than we normally do with a montage.
Right.
Normally with montages, we let them play at live shows, and then we're like, oh, this fell flat here, and then we have it takes 6 months to get it right. I
Yeah.
want to get it right like immediately, so that's the plan with this montage.
Okay. That'll be an interesting experiment. I found out that Dr. Schulze lives in Marina Del Rey, California. He got in trouble for saying COVID was no worse than the common flu. And he's still selling his snake oil on his website. So I wanted
Herbs,
to,
his herbal pills.
yeah, what I was looking
Yeah.
up was I wanted to find out. He calls his son Arthur, right? So I looked up some Arthur Schulzes, but I couldn't find one that was
Okay.
his son. So I was trying to see if we could track down Lover.
boy.
That was my idea, but
Oh,
No
I'm
luck
gonna
yet.
experiment with Hey Lover. I might
Give that a try
on
next
Tuesday.
week.
I'm gonna try Hey Lover.
Yeah, try it next week. We'll see.
Lovers. Hey Lovers.
Lovers, yeah.
Should
You
do
could-
Lovers.
Yeah, you
Should do
could
a little
call
spin on it.
you could call the blonde I guess what do you call that? A bowl cut? You could call that blonde Adam Rich
like
cut.
a floppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone in the audience,
Yeah.
that's our lover. Those are our lovers who are watching.
They're lovers. Yeah. Yep.
Well, lovers.
All right. That's
thanks
all.
for
That's
tuning
it.
in.
Right.
Thanks for supporting us on Patreon, and we'll have more next week.
Thank you, lovers.
We'll be right back right after that.